Hello and welcome to my new video. If you're new to my channel, hi, I'm Lex and this is Antillia. Today I'm going to be working on the secret beach and Coco's house because I've decided to make the secret beach kind of her personal little private beach. If you missed it, this past Saturday I did a live stream where I started terraforming the area, so we're not really going to do much terraforming aside from like cleaning up. But yeah, I'll go over there now so you can see what kind of furniture we're looking at using today. I kind of like to set out furniture as a potential aesthetic. I don't know which of these I'll use and which of these I'll just put back in storage, but these are the things that I'm visualizing in the area. I've also filled my inventory with some trees and stuff. Not enough, but a few. I harvested some bamboo trees. Probably gonna need more. But this is what I terraformed in the stream. You can see how this area is already set up. I've put Coco's house here with a path. So yeah, let's get started. Let's start decorating the area. As with most of Antillia, I want the area around Coco's house to be super lush, super overgrown. If you're familiar with my theme, you'll remember that I want the perimeter of the island to be very foresty, while the middle has, you know, more of a civilized city area. So Coco is the oldest villager on the island according to Antillia lore, which means she's been here for a long time, and I want her house area to reflect that. I want it to be old feeling, overgrown, just lots of nature. In my mind, Coco uses the secret beach either for storage or for fishing, so I want it to be fairly simple, not much, I mean you can't fit much furniture on the secret beach anyway, but I do want it to be very low-key, very plain and ordinary, and I want to have a fish drying rack here to symbolize like, oh, this is where Coco gets her food. I'm super blessed because before this build I was struggling to find somewhere to get green mums, and someone from my Discord server graciously gave me a ton of mums, so thank you. And if you're not in the Discord server, do join. The link is in the description. If you're 13 plus, you are more than welcome. My idea for this tiny little spot in front of Coco's house is to make it a painting area, but I still need the flowery painting, so when I get that, this whole area will be officially complete. But for the sake of the video, I just kind of set up the painting set and the stool over to the right, so you'll see what I mean. I just don't have the painting, but it will be there eventually. I just need you to imagine that it's there right now. One of my ongoing goals for all of the islands that I design is to keep them walkable. I feel like it's so easy to make an island, especially with the natural theme, look super cluttered, and I want to make sure that everywhere on my island you don't feel like you're like claustrophobic or anything, you feel like you have space to walk. So here I'm trying to make sure that the path is wide enough that you can get to the secret beach without feeling super confined. Also, a lot of you have commented on some of my other speed builds for Antillia and remarked that given my theme, it would be smart to include some mossy garden rocks. I almost said stones, but I did use them in this build. I agree with you all, they do look really good with my theme, so I hope you notice that I'm taking your feedback, I'm listening. I thought Coco was so cute walking around and sitting while I was decorating. Look at her, just enjoying the sun. What a queen. I wanted really badly to include more trees on the ground level, but given the way I wanted the cliffs to frame this area, I was kind of limited in how much space I had, so I managed one more tree down here, and the rest I decided to fill in with some lush greenery. Throughout the build, I kept forgetting that I also needed to decorate the cliff edges, so I just kept wondering why the area still felt empty to me, and then finally here you can see I'm actually putting some effort into decorating the cliff. The second tier cliff really had me stumped, because I'm not sure like what's gonna be around this area where I'm like standing now. No idea what's going here between Cocos House and the shrine. I know it's gonna be natural and foresty, but I don't know, a lot of you ask me how I go about planning my islands, and the truth is that I really don't. Like, I just see where it goes as I'm building, and I try to formulate ideas as I go along, because I personally find it to be a little bit overwhelming to try to plan my whole island at once. Like, I feel like it's better for me personally to just get started and hope for the best. At this point, I'm super happy with how the ground level is looking. I'm excited to see what it looks like with all of the flowers growing, and I'm just trying to finish up decorating the cliffs because I want the periphery of this area to be, pretty clearly designed. Even though I don't know what's going around it yet, I want to be able to take aesthetic photos of this area without it being just completely blank on the edges. So I'm trying to make sure I fill in these empty grass spaces immediately around Coco's house, just to keep it, fitting to the theme here. When I was doing this area, I tried to channel some of the energy that I had in the Ancient Beach speed build, so I was trying to use some of the shell furniture, especially since this is bordering the beach at the back of the island. I feel like we often forget that the ocean is also in the back, since there are usually cliffs back here, but since I leveled this area, I was like, yeah, I want to emphasize the seaside elements. This was the most difficult part of the whole build for me. I was really struggling to figure out how much space I wanted to fill, since, as I've mentioned, I don't know what's going to the side of this. So I was trying to figure out a good balance of, keeping plants here that would make the area feel full, but also not putting too much so that I'd have to edit it later and get rid of things, because that can just turn into a very tedious process. So I end up kind of doing my best, winging it like I always do, and I think it does turn out looking pretty cute and full, at least the area immediately surrounding the entrance to Coco's little hidden away home. I decide to board up one of the waterfalls here because I like to make the trees very layered. I don't like it when they line up in a straight line whenever I plant them, so I got rid of one of the waterfalls just so I could put another tree here. Now I'm placing some final items just to finish off this area for now. I'm sure I'll be editing again in the future, just small things based on new furniture that I acquire and things like that. But at this point, I'm feeling pretty good about this whole build. I want to fill out the area immediately to the left of the lighthouse because I noticed if you're standing on the secret beach, it looked kind of empty over here. So I rectified that, and then I think I'm happy with the way this build has turned out. So I time traveled to get the plants to grow, and I ran past Coco and she had a reaction for me. And it was literally that one reaction where they give you the creepy story, which I thought was so fitting in the context of who Coco is in Antillia lore. So I just thought this was super interesting that she did this, because I was like, yeah, you are the little storyteller of the island. You are the ancient being here. I'm so dramatic. Anyway, I just thought it was cute that I caught that on film while I was doing this specific speed build. It was just cool. Now, you can see behind me that the plants are growing. I'm obsessed with the mix of white and yellow flowers. I think they look so good with my theme, and I'm super glad that I stopped avoiding all things yellow in the game, because I'm not a big fan of yellow in real life, but the yellow flowers really do pop off. I love them. Anyway, without further ado, let's hop into the area. You can see what everything looks like now that all of the plants are growing. I think that Coco's little laundry area is so precious. I love the design of the clotheslines in the game with just the basic white clothing on them. I don't know, it just fits my theme perfectly. I also love that I kept the water terraforming super natural, and instead of using a bridge, I did like a little hop area. I just think that works so perfectly for this zone, and I'm kind of sad that if Coco comes out of her house, she can't really go onto the main part of the island, but that's okay, you know, a necessary sacrifice for the aesthetic. Overall, I'm really happy with how lush it is. I think it turned out just like I thought it would. Like, I was super optimistic about this build. I really liked the vibes, and they turned out great. Thank you so much for watching, and here's Peaches to tell you all goodbye until next time.
Hey guys, I just got home from school and I had the best day ever, and I hope you have the best day ever, and I love you guys so much. Bye!